Hi, everyone. School Less Intuitive here. So, are you ready for a year that changes everything? Okay. That's the fire horse year of 2026 that's coming. Okay. It's going to be bold, fast, unstoppable. It's going to ignite life in a lot of different ways that we don't necessarily see coming right now. Okay. A lot of people, I mean, they're feeling it as a year of ascension. It's a year of movement. I heard miraculous discoveries, on my 2026 reading. Wasn't necessarily connecting to directly to the fire horse, which that's what we're going to do in this reading, though. Okay. So let's explore the energy. We'll see how it, what it's going to maybe activate for you. I'm going to pull cards specific to each zodiac sign towards the end of the reading. I don't always do that, but I'd like to get like a future higher self message and maybe a power animal card actually for each zodiac sign. Check the timestamp. You can check your sun, moon, rising, Venus, all that. But let's go ahead and see here. Let me get out my tarot token for you. What are we going to have? What do we have overall? Okay, overall. Hmm. So it's, February 17th, 2026, when it changes to Fire Horse. That's also the day of the first eclipse of 2026. And I do want to remind you, 2026 is a 1 year, right? It's a beginning. It's, this year with the wood snake that's in the 9, you're closing, you're shedding, right? Things are transforming. Right now, you might feel like you're between worlds even, you're almost having to kind of wait for this change to happen, but we're not going to be in that energy anymore soon. Okay, let's see. Oh my goodness. And you have the first major arcana. It's the Fool. It's not one, magician is one, but it's the Fool, right? So there we are. This is a new beginning. Okay, so that's going to be what's kind of overlooking this. It's amazing to me because that's, they start out on their journey, the Fool, right? They started on their journey. They're excited. This is fresh hope. This is that spontaneity that sometimes we need. Sometimes we do need that fiery energy, right? Instead of like a wood snake would wait for an opportunity, maybe observe before acting, strategize, not rush, right? They might be healing or preparing behind the scenes. It's going to be more subtle. Again, shedding, planning, recalibrating. That chapter closes. Okay, we're going to look into tarot oracle cards and I'll share channeled messages as I get them, okay, like we always do. So the fire horse is going to be a big shift, as you see on this card here. It's about freedom not just being a destination. It's about you untap or tuning in, tapping into your untamed spirit and finding liberation in the journey itself, in the now, not just planning. The wood snake holding back, all internal. The fire horse is expressive. It's fast, it's instinctual, it's fiercely independent. It's going to bring momentum, it's going to bring truth, it's bringing swift action. You think about the moves, even what a snake in the wild would do versus a wood snake versus a fiery horse. The energy of a fast-moving horse. I mean, the thing is ready to go, right? It can't wait to just be free in the mane and the tail flowing in the wind. And it reminds me of the Fool card. It's like ready to just dive right in. And I think a lot of you are. This is it's time to move, right? It's you've maybe been in this place of having to decide for a while, and maybe you're like, I'm so done analyzing or trying to figure this out. I just need to make a move. Well, this energy coming in February is going to help support you. It'll support you with any sort of changes that you're hoping to make, anything you're wanting to initiate. Okay, so all right, let's get some clarifiers here for the Fool, okay? And then we're also going to get, what sort of gifts this energy is bringing in, anything we need to surrender to, power animals, angel numbers, galactic angel messages, lots of stuff. The decks and tokens here are all listed down below. If you enjoy the reading, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment, hype the video. So key traits of that wood snake that we're still in right now. We observe, we wait, plan. We don't want to take the risk, right? Fool card's taking the risk. Fire horse, put me out there. I'll do it, right? It's long-term growth with the wood snake. Oh, and look, here's some growth here. It's a slow go, right? It's not the This is, and sometimes we need that. We need times where we have to, we want to be reflective. We want to, shed so that we can grow into something bigger and make changes. Sometimes we really do need to be patient, cautious, and reflective. But at the same time, it can feel stagnant if the action's delayed too long. And a lot of us have been feeling that. With the 7 of Pentacles going to the 9 of Pentacles. And look at the slug here. It's like, here we go. Now it's like you're seeing some progress here. This person's very focused on, they know exactly where they want to go. Where do they want to go? They want to go to that 10 of Pentacles, right? They want to leave their legacy. They want to be able to retire. They want the success. So here we have two very different energies. Because this person's actually seeing the fruits of their labor. This person, sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. So right now, you might not be sure the direction exactly. Okay. And a lot of you have a new path coming in. We've been getting 10-10, which is a sign. We just saw 5 of 5. That's transformation. So you've been getting 10-10, a new path awaiting for a long time. And look at that. It pairs nicely with the trusting in new beginnings of that Fool card. All right. Let's see what else. Yeah, it's the fire horse energy, explosive, right? We think about with air elements, what is fire and air? They ignite each other, right? I mean, if there's too much air, it'll put the fire out. So we have to have this, good balance here. And that's the thing with the 9 of Pentacles, okay? The 9 of Pentacles, she has enough for herself, right? She's keeping these. She can give away a few, but she's going to keep, she's going to make sure that she's taking care of herself. And a lot of you are like, done catering to others. You're going to be taking care of yourself. It's not selfish either. It's called sustaining, right? You need to self-sustain here. Oh yeah, there's some stress right there. I was just talking about air sign, air energy. Oh my gosh, but look, you go from, what? This is so cool because you go from the 9, 2025, where we are now. How are we going to make this change? It feels overwhelming, to the Ace of Swords. There's your truth, your clarity, your direction. This is really, this is knowing what to do now. It's like, and it could come out of nowhere. It could feel like it comes out of nowhere. Some of you, maybe you even have like a dream, or you get something meditation, from your meditation. Yeah. So maybe you're acting on an instinct even, or a dream. Because we're being bold, we're being assertive, we're independent here. We're preferring the freedom over the restricting nature of, yes, something that might seem comfortable, but it might be actually becoming very uncomfortable. Oh my gosh, look at this. I already referenced the 10 of Pentacles. I look at the bottom of the deck, there's the 10 of Pentacles. So that is what you're going towards. You do have a couple of cards here that feature dogs in them and some that feature grapes. I have to remind you when I see this, there's something big here in the environment that needs to shift. It has to. And, we have so much control over certain things. And then there are other things we don't have control over. We don't have control over what other people do, think, say, whatever. We don't always have control over certain, health conditions or something, right? We don't have control over everything. But I think for those of you, you're taking control of what you do, know that you can fix and resolve and solve, and you're going for it. You're taking that leap. You're taking the leap of faith. Horses, even the horses leap, it's like this is great. This energy together, the fire horse and the Fool card together. I could not be more excited. You can probably tell by my energy right now. All right, let's see what else we have. What do we have? Oh, yes. Okay. So right now, though, I know some of you you're feeling restricted. You're feeling chained. You're feeling trapped. Maybe you're feeling as though you just can't open your heart, or you don't want to open your wallet, anymore. Yeah, you might be needing to kind of save, and that's okay. That's you do you, right? You have free will, final say. Only take what resonates with any of these readings, right? But I do think that you could be surprised by how much this energy shifts. Queen of Cups. It's not here yet, right? It'll be here soon. Okay. For some of you, you're starting to see indications of that, though. I can tell by that 7 of Pentacles and even this Queen of Cups. And remember I said it could come through your dreams? Yeah, it could come through your dreams either while you're asleep or while you're awake, and you're manifesting, you're bringing something in. Queen of Cups for me is a card of manifestation. Okay. She's, looking at things. Also, look at yourself with compassion. So I feel like she's manifesting from a really calm, peaceful, compassionate, loving space. She's not forcing anything. So we need to kind of, be in the flow. When we're in Four of Pentacles, we're not in the flow. Look at all these pentacles. That's all pentacles. This whole side is pentacles. That's your earth element there. It's like, I think some of you are sensing changes coming, but um, you could be a little bit still over relying on this comfort and stability of something that actually is now, if it hasn't already, could shift and make you start feeling kind of a little stuck. Or maybe, I think a lot of you are already feeling that, but let's see what else. Already feeling kind of stuck, but let's see what else we have. We got to make those wishes come true, dreams come true. A Page of Wands. There's a message of inspiration. Yay! Look how happy they are. They're ready for the adventure. They're ready for that freedom. They're getting excited. They're taking action. This is great because you have the Ace of Wands or the Ace of Swords come in, right? Your air, and then you have the Page of Wands come in. It's in your heart. Something you also is, you're going to feel it in your heart. You're going to actually feel it in like your heart and your soul. Mm-hmm. I'm hearing clairaudiently, some of you have wept your last tear over something or somebody. You're going at something a whole new way, totally different way. Something's going to be a little more structured, definitely differently than what you had before. Yeah, let's get a little clarification on that too. Tell us about this thing being structured. It's like you're. Let me see. What does this feel like? Page of Cups. I have to get more. Okay, I'm gonna get more. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. Okay, I didn't say it, but I was getting the name Liliana or Lily. And look, I think those are lilies. I don't know all my flowers, but those look like lilies to me. And that's what I was hearing. So if your name's Lily, or look up the significance, the spiritual significance of lily. Okay, the plant. What else do we have? What else do we have? Okay. I'm hearing right now hermit mode, like needing to be in hermit mode. Okay, it's something here because I'm getting 9 too. It really feels like you're just like closing the door on something or someone. I'm getting, maybe you just literally closed a door. I don't know, but I am getting it's kind of as though someone, it's like you're excited about something, maybe this Page of Wands, maybe you get a little indication of something, and you've been through a lot. But what's amazing is there's this one person or situation that kind of adds water to fire. It like puts that, it kind of is like dream crushing a little bit. I know, I'm sorry if that's you, but it's sort of like you're not going to let that happen anymore. It seems like. It's kind of almost like tension that's been kind of below the surface, dealing with possibly an immature energy, but it could also be you're getting like mixed messages, maybe even from the universe. But there's just so many messages coming in with that. Very interesting. I'm hearing Ariana too. Now, when I hear people's names, that's just confirmation. It's like if your name's Ariana and you're here, I mean, hey, that's like a shout out to you. You get, that's like big confirmation, right? Or it could be a loved one in spirit just stopping by the table saying, hey, I know Colleen's watching, or whatever. I'm also getting Brock. I don't think I've ever had that name come in. Brock. All right. And we have the 8 of Swords. And this is like someone poo-pooing on your dreams, it feels like. And it's somebody maybe they have an emotional involvement with, or they even lives in your house. Okay. Yeah, sorry if that's you. This is somebody or something making you feel, it could even be a mindset, okay, that's making you feel stuck, and you're not stuck. It's the energy. It's this 2025 energy. So many of us are just like done, right? So best uses of 2026, this big energy, this is when you're going to want to make big changes. All right. This is when you're going to want to speak your truth, embrace your power. Your truth is not someone else's. You are not stuck. You're not stuck. Okay. This is the time to launch the new projects, the new adventures. When I say this, I mean this year of the fire horse. Okay, February 17th. Eclipse. There's an eclipse. If I didn't already say that. There's another one on 3/3. I mean, it's going to be an intense period of time, you know. And I'll be with you, okay, through it, in these readings. Oh my, look at you. You're choosing to focus on making the dream come true. There's more lilies. Okay. Hello, Lily. All right. Um, here are all the aces right here. Here's Magician 1, right? We've already talked. The possibilities are endless. You've got to believe it. You have to believe it to see it, right? That's what we're talking about. And that's what the Queen of Cups is doing. You hear my excitement. You feel this? I'm so excited for us. Look at this. This is transformation. Butterfly here. You're transforming your reality by transforming how you feel about something, and you're no longer going against the flow. You're leaning into what feels most like you, what's in alignment with you. Got all the aces on the table here. We keep getting aces too. That's absolutely incredible that it's there. Don't let someone poo-poo on your dreams though, okay? And also don't let you be the person poo-pooing on your dreams. You have the 3 of Wands. Get out of that comfort zone. That's 2025. So many of us staying in that comfort zone. Is it really comfortable? Let me ask you that. Is it really comfortable? No. I don't know about you, but this is not comfortable sometimes, right? I mean, we all have, I feel like we all have something we've outgrown. And if we didn't shed it yet this year, well, look out. You know, in 2025, look out. Let me clarify that. If you didn't shed it in 2025, there's still time, right? We're not all on the same timeline. We're not. Okay, that's why it's so hard for me to predict times, okay? So we go from slow, measured, planning, strategy, safety, avoiding risks, subtle, introspective, to fast, courageous, willing to take the bold leaps, fiery, right? This is like, it could be, you could suddenly decide you're moving and that's it. Like you could surprise a lot of people around you. Maybe they've been focusing on what you can't do and you show them what you can do. Here we go. All right. Let's see. I want to know, what do we need to surrender to? I'm going to try to keep this reading not too long. Okay. By the way, if you're interested in all of your signs in a more extended version, my other channel, Mantic Mystic, MANTIC, Mantic Mystic, I have an all signs version of this. Okay. So it goes by elements, and within those elements, there's a cards for each sign. So let me just stick with this though. Okay. Let's see. Whoa. Because while this is, a Libra reading, everybody here is welcome. And we all have Libra somewhere in our chart, even if we don't have placements, right? So we have surrender, fear, and surrender. Oh my gosh. And look, it looks like pretty fiery. And I just pointed out butterflies transformation. There you go. And I said, it's like you're transforming something, changing the way you look at something or how you feel about something. They're holding a mirror. You can't make that up. They're holding a mirror. And as I've been telling you, 2026, whether it's January, February, March, doesn't matter. A lot of you, like I said before, people are going to know you. You're going to be known for something, and you're going to be proud of that. Okay. You're going to be known for how strong you've been. You're going to be known for how you've overcome. Phoenix rising from the ashes. You're going to be known for how you held yourself in high regard despite all those circumstances that wanted to tear you apart and tear you down. They didn't succeed. Because here you are, with hope, with an adventure in your spirit, ready to try, ready to step out there again and put your creations out there and put you out there just as you are. You're making it happen. You don't need anybody's permission either. And I think you realize your full power. You're starting to really realize that. The 3 of Wands, I didn't even really talk about it. The 3 of Wands, they've decided they're moving on. Look, he's already selected his wand. He's ready to go. He's got his bold colors on. He's feeling it. His heart's healed too. I don't ever get that message off this card, but he's healed something with his heart, and that has made a big difference. That has made a big, huge difference. That's part of that breakthrough. Oh my gosh. Okay. Surrender fear. So let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. That could be part of how we shift our mindset. And you also have surrender to creativity. So let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. How are we going to do this? Even in it, you have a couple of pages here. Even the small things, right? Celebrate the small wins, okay? The small victories. Those sometimes really add up and make all the difference, right? That's something else. Let's get a little more divine direction here for you. If you enjoy this, please like the video, hype the video, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you. Appreciate all of you. And if you'd like to book a personal reading, schoolhouseintuitive.com. Okay. Ooh, oh my gosh. We haven't had this in ages. I don't remember the last time we had this. Hello, Starseed. Starseed. Your essence is magical, appearing in multiple bodies, lifetimes, and dimensions. Believe in your own magic. Again, you have to believe it to receive it. I know it sounds corny. It's so, that's how it works. Okay. I can't believe it myself. That's how it works though. It does. That's how it works. And I do believe it because I've seen it happen. Amazing how far we can go, what we can accomplish and achieve when we believe. Oh, okay. Now that I did not mean to do that. Okay. All right. We have soulmate. I'm hearing right now too, time traveler. So I don't know if you feel like you met them in another dimension or what, or if you're not in the same dimension now, if someone passed on or something. We have soulmate here. If you've known them maybe many lifetimes, maybe you're both star seeds, right? So true love is finding its way to you, a new spiritual romance. This keeps coming in, Libra. Soulmate, love. Some of you are not even looking for a relationship and you're going to get it. I mean, you have to open your heart to it. You got to open the door to it for it to really come in, right? But yeah, it's so much that I even did a love reading. Oh my goodness. You cannot make that up. Look what's on their phone. A red heart. Communication of the love kind. There's a message from the heart trying to be expressed. Be mindful of what you say and use discernment. They're putting their heart out there, somebody, and it doesn't have to be romantic. Okay, now we have the star card. Almost every reading we get the star card. I love it. I was feeling hermit energy, and I think I said that, right? I said hermit. And now you get the star, which the hermit has the star in his lantern. Hello. So here we go. Shoot for the stars. Don't settle for fine. Set your sights higher. You deserve better. If no one's told you lately, you deserve better. I'm telling you right now, you deserve better. Most of us do, actually. We keep ourselves small. It's not, you can't do that anymore. We have to, let's make an agreement together right now. We're not going to do that. We're going to go to the next level. Look at that. Next level. Hello. You can't make that up. That's amazing. What does it even say? So if you leave, oh, okay. 3 of Wands. If you leave your comfort zone, hello, that's what it's all about, right? Leave your comfort zone. You will see accelerated growth and change. This is expansion, exploration, and growth. Oh my. Now I know I said I was going to not have this reading be too long, but I think I'm going to change my mind. This is really exciting stuff. Very, very exciting. This is huge. All right. Sometimes when I get excited, different voices and personalities come in. And no, I don't need to be evaluated. Okay. Oh, wow. Maybe I'm just ascending. So many of us, it's such a year and an energy of ascension. Seriously, next level, and then you get ascension. You watched me shuffle. Also, I know this is randomly specific, but some of you, there's something about, you have something in the dryer or you're washing towels or there's something, dish towels, or I'm getting something about you need to take something out of the dryer. I don't know. Maybe you have something in there that's not supposed to be in there, but so kind of getting like just this, I'm hearing it. Okay. All right. Some of you also, I'm clairvoyantly getting, or clairaudiently getting, you need to be mindful. Say you have other people around, you need to be mindful of who could be watching your screen, like at work or somewhere. So if you feel like someone's kind of trying to see your screen, maybe they are. So maybe just make sure your computer's gone to the screensaver or your phone or whatever before you step away. And then the other thing is also some of you need less screen time in general. All right. So that's coming in. What else? And I'm hearing right now, hornets. Okay, so could be a team, could be referring to the bug. I'm hearing hornets. Okay, we have magnetism and repetition. So there's a magnetic force surrounding you. You're being given the power to manifest your dreams into reality. There it is. Use your persuasive powers. Okay, some of you really, you're very persuasive, but you don't always use it. I don't know why that is. We all have our different reasons. And then we have repetition. So sometimes, in order to move forward, you have to repeat situations in order to learn important lessons. And that's some of us what we're doing now. Some of us need to develop, we need to get out of old patterns and thought processes and all that and judgments we've made or others have placed upon us. And we need to develop new habits, new mindsets, new patterns, okay? New routines. Some of you are starting a new routine, or that could even be the suggestion here from our guides right now, okay? Let's see what else. By the way, happy Aquarius season. What else do we have? It's depending on when I post this. I'm not sure. I'm doing it well in advance. I'm not sure when I'm posting it. So if it's during Aquarius season, happy Aquarius season. If it's not, happy Capricorn season. Okay. I want to see. There's something else though that we need to surrender to. You're definitely some of you are becoming more mobile. I'm hearing that so either your physical mobility, like body wise, or a car, or moving in some way, but there's something there. But I do get some of you feel like you're only going around and around in circles. And now we have surrender to the magic of who you are. Every time I'm feeling the energy of someone not believing in themselves, I keep getting it like magic, magic, magic. So, and I had a year of miraculous discoveries coming in for 2026. So just keeping that in mind. I'm also hearing Japan or Japanese. Okay. So I am getting that. It can also be like Japanese Beatles or Beatles in general. So she either take it or leave it, right? Doesn't matter to me. Oh my gosh, look at this. I did not see that. Look at, there's a horse. And it actually matches the horse on that card I pulled out for us. It's a white horse. Now, I want to say one thing about manifesting, and maybe I sound like broken record, but I'm going to say it anyway. Some of you need to make sure, because your manifestation powers are so incredible, be super careful about your thoughts, right? We want to make sure we're very aware of what we're bringing into existence. Be very clear and specific with the universe. So surrender to the magic of who you are. We all have the magic in us, even in mundane aspects of life. Remember, you're magical, you have uniqueness, and you're worth that. Comes. That doesn't make sense, this sentence. Okay, anyway. Okay. Even in the mundane aspects of life, remember that you are a magical being with uniqueness and worth that comes from just being you. They forgot an S on the comes part, okay? That's all it was. Okay, no big deal though. All right. Big focus on flowers. Okay, flowers. Because there's like lily and rose and what are these? What are these here? Let's get my little turtle magnifier. Let me see here. What are these? Oh, they're clovers. Looks like clovers. Looks like a little field of clover. Oh, I don't think you're going to be able to see that. Okay. But that's, yeah, they're clovers. Of course, you'll be able to zoom in depending on what kind of device you're watching from. Okay, I want to get another one. Got to get another surrender card here for the lovely Libra Collective. Okay, Libra and friends. Because I know I have other people out there that are not Libras that are listening and watching. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. And there's another flower. Okay, so So speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Where has that gotten you when you just try to make everybody else happy? 9 of Pentacles, hello. You want to go from 9 to 10, or you want to even get to 9, right? Sometimes we need to make sure, again, we keep what we need for ourselves. We don't over give. And sometimes you're over judging yourself too. That's like a big no-no this upcoming lunar year, okay? And also you could feel that you're more affected by the energy of the moon. I specifically get something, I don't know if there's anything going on around June or, actually, you know what? That would be the beginning of Cancerian season and they're ruled by the moon. So just something, again, to pack away somewhere around June 19th even, or that date could resonate. Yeah. Okay. So I try not to read too much into some of the randomly specific messages that come in, because they're not random. I just have to let you know what they are, because someone out there, that's your message and you'll claim it. Right. Let's see what else. What else do we have? Okay. Um, we have inspiration. Okay. So I am getting another name, getting a lot of channeled messages during this reading. Sometimes I think I just need to go live and do like a mediumship reading or something. But anyway, I haven't done it though where I've really focused on that. So we'll see. Maybe there'll be if you request it enough, maybe I will. But I'm getting a name like um, one moment, hang on, Grata, something along those lines. Sometimes with the clairaudience, it could be a little muffled, or the first or last sound is not clear. Um, like Gabbana or something like that, something along those lines. It almost feels Italian to me. Uh, yeah, something like that. Grotto, even. It's like because it has a G and then there's some vowels. Okay, it's like let me see, but I think it's 3 syllables. Okay, so if that's yours, you'll know. Okay. All right, so we have inspiration here. Your ideas are divinely inspired, blessing you with creative insights to serve a cause greater than yourself. Okay. You know that song, Knocking on Heaven's Door? I'm hearing that right now. So I'm getting right now to it's channeled, and it feels from like a mediumship place. So mediumship would be like, like connecting with spirits, which is different than being psychic. So some people are just psychic, some people are psychic mediums, right? Um, or just mediums, I guess. Well, I feel like that's also psychic. So anyway, and you can also be like intuitive and empathic, but not necessarily be like psychic. We all have the ability, right? Just like we all have the ability to play an instrument. Doesn't mean we're all going to be great at it. So I look at it as just basically another instrument. And I've practiced a lot. So um let's see. So but I am getting there's somebody here. It's almost like you needing to close the door on something. I'm getting almost someone's guide or spirit, a loved one in spirit, coming through and telling me almost that like you need to calm down. Um, there's something here about, and you'll know if it's you, and it could connect to a name like Christy or Christine or Chris or something. So that's you or them, or even something that happened around Christmas. Okay, and it's like somebody getting hung up on something, or ruminating, um, and I'm just getting kind of this energy of like you need to be done with that. So just something here that somebody out there you just need to be done with it, because it could really be zapping your energy, and it could be coming out in a lot of different ways. It could be making you not feel well in a lot of different ways. So I'm going to actually just step away from that. So thank you. All right, and now, oh my goodness, woof, wow. Okay, and I'm getting so somebody, I am get. This is turning into like a major channeling session. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's a clue. I should do this more or something. But I'm getting mushrooms, and then I'm also getting like colander, as though somebody's making pasta, or there's something to do with pasta. Could be related to mushrooms. Doesn't have to be. When I'm reading for thousands of people, like this is basically what this is, and it's at who knows what time it's released and when you actually see it. It can be just a lot coming in, and generally not this much comes in, but ever since the solstice, it's been like a door, flung open, a little bit more even. And also it depends on what kind of crystals I'm wearing too. All right, what else do we have? Just a little insight there. Okay. Oh, no, no. I'm getting, again, some of you wanting to kind of be in a cave or go in a hermit or something. Or maybe you're exploring crystal caves or something, or caves. Oh my, look at that. Queen of Pentacles. Focusing on the home, focusing on within, focusing on getting your own kind of stuff in order. This is a creature of comfort sometimes, though, right? Not really going outside of their home that much, but they actually they don't have to go that far. They have all this fertility around them because of who they've put themselves around and where they've placed themselves. So basically, even if you're not the you know what it's telling me? Like again, it's back to that your environment really plays a factor in something. Yeah. It's the environment. The environment is coming in again. And now we have the flowers of poppies too coming in. I'm getting again, it feels as though I'm getting something, even somebody by the name of captain, or they were a captain, or I'm getting reminded you're the captain of your own ship. You know, it could be so many different things, but it's like letting me know that we can't be too fixated on one particular thing, opportunity, or the timing. It has to. This thing where we also have to be kind of, it's got to be balanced. We have to also be in the flow. So even if you're not, they're giving me to this, even if you're not the best gardener, if you plant your seeds in fertile soil with a water source and sunlight and nurture them and all that, if they're in the right environment, that's going to make or break them. So it's almost like I get this kind of this energy of like you're if you're going back and forth about changing your environment, I feel like you're that's something to really keep reflecting on. A lot of you, it's like, yes, move forward. There's been a lot of back and forth about something with that. And some of it could be that either you're dealing with a stubborn energy or you have that stubborn energy about and it's like it fluctuates. So there's just yeah, that's um I almost feel as though some of you are feeling as though you're tied down in some sort of domestic matter, taking care of somebody else, or something about not being able to quite move on yet. Let's see. I feel like there's a block here. Let's see. What else do we need to surrender to? Give me a clue here with this oracle card, please. I'm hearing mid to late summer too. And I'm getting a connection to horses. They just gave me a name that for me connects to horses. So there's something about that. There's also giving me they're giving me something about like a paperweight or yeah, something about that. Let's see. Okay. Surrender denial. Okay. So take the blindfold off for some of us. Okay. Yeah. About again making that choice, because when I see the blindfold, it reminds me of like that Eight of Swords, which you have, and the Two of Swords, and sometimes we can feel stuck when we're not. So this is accepting people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulty. Then you can see things clearly. And here's the kicker: and make the right decision. Okay, make a decision. That's just it. Some of us, we know what we need to do, but for whatever reason, like I said, it's almost like a false victimhood in a way where you're basically saying, you know, I'm stuck and you're not. So when you see things clearly and you release that, you surrender to what is, and you see something just for what it is, and you're clear on it, you do this from a place of calm, then you can make the best decision and take action. That's the part that we need to focus on, because this is fire horse energy. That's the part we're focusing on. Okay. So again, this is all about fire horse energy, right? That's what it's all about. Okay. So let's get cards. One thing I want to get. So you already have that. You already have those. We're going to do galactic angel messages, number energy, number message. Okay. So your spirit's ascending. Now you have next level ascension, and now you have your spirit's ascending to a new vibration. Yeah, this is the energy that comes in and changes everything. Yep. You're going to look back. I think, and I had this for one of the elements on the other channel. Might have been water. I'm not sure, but it's or earth maybe. And you have a lot of earth in your reading here, but your spirit is ascending. But this is going to be a year. 2026 will be a year where you look back and you say that was the beginning of such and such. That was the beginning of when this something really took form. That was the beginning of ascension in some way, right? Whatever that may look like for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. So you have someone's trying to hold on. Yes, look, there's a card with the blindfold. Please take off the blindfold, see the truth in front of you. Be careful of energy vampirism. Cleanse your aura and space. Okay, noted, right? Noted. We have 3 more that fell out, and then we're going to move on to our individual zodiacs. Okay, so you're protected. Yes, so divine intervention is currently happening. But you could be holding on to illusions. So loosen the grip. We talked about that. Loosen the grip, see the past, and see the truth for what it is. And buckle up, Buttercup. Life's about to kick into overdrive. Hold on for the ride of your life, like you're riding a fire horse. That's it. That's the energy. It is going to be amazingly intense. Okay. It could be fabulous, but that doesn't mean it's going to be easy necessarily, because you know what? It's a shift. Okay. It's going to be a shift. And some of us deal with that better than others, transitions and changes that could feel a little abrupt, although you've already thought about this, a lot of you. You already know you're not liking something the way it is. So that's why it's like, it might be just getting a little more of a guidance. I would say push or shove, but it's more of a, we're going to lead you this way, right? Okay, so you'll be heading in the right direction, though. Okay, now let's go ahead and we're going to do, let's start out with, well, I think we should start out with Libra, right? Libra. What does Libra have as a future higher self message for 2026? Thanks for being here. You know how to show support. Thank you. Libra. You will be surrounded by people with different agendas. It may scare you away, but fight it. You've got this. Don't be scared about it. Well, you can be however you want, right? I say that and I'm like so scared of certain things. So we all have our stuff to work on. Here we go. Libra. Dingo. Find solace in your independence. Your self-sufficiency will open the doors to freedom. That is this entire reading in one card. Amazing. All right. That's what we have for Libra. Now let's go. Now we're going to start for Aries. Okay, Aries. I'm just going to pick from the top too. All right. So I'm going to give them a shuffle and then I'm going to pick from the top. So I've set my intention. Okay. Aries. You're stepping into your highest divine path. And cow. Recognize your capacity to nourish and care for those around you. You're deeply valued. Taurus. Life isn't a sprint, it's a long race, and you're not just in it to win it. And raccoon. With determination and resourcefulness, you can now create your dream scenario. Gemini. Lion. Lead with your heart, protect what matters, and fearlessly pursue your noble purpose. And realize you have all the qualities to be a leader. Now, I feel that this year, this fire horse energy is going to look favorably upon air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I do. Again, they need each other. Cancer. Tasmanian Devil. Be unapologetic in your authenticity. It will filter out the people who don't want to see you win. And a detour is available to you now that can be a benefit. Look at the similar colors here, right? Okay. Leo. Flying fox. Sometimes to see the bigger picture, you must change your perspective. There's another way. And true love will find you in the end. Virgo. I'm hearing make a wish. Orangutan. All your feelings matter as they tell a story about your soul's essence. Honor them and explore the possibilities. Ooh. Okay. And Scorpio, because we already did Libra. All right, we'll do bonus for Libra. Libra. Koala. Let the heart remain rooted in stillness and inner peace. The solution is in progress. And don't worry so much about not finding love. It will find you, Libra. We keep getting this. I'm telling you. I'm going to have to start doing love readings. Are you serious? Okay. Scorpio. Camel. Your perseverance will lead you to the waters of renewal and lush oasis of opportunity. And there's still time to change the road you're on. It's never too late. Sagittarius. Bear. Healing begins from the core. Trust the process. Let your inner strength guide you. And don't fear a blank canvas. Use it to turn your life into a masterpiece. Ooh, that's a good one, Sag. Of course, this year you'll be good for you too. Obviously, fire signs, right? Capricorn, polar bear, your waiting's finally over, and life will soon reward you for staying focused and alert and learn new things that will help you in the future. And then we have Aquarius, Zebra, honor your uniqueness as a celebration of the diversity of life. You belong here. That feels like you. Very unique. And then learn when to say no to avoid clutter, slow down, and quiet your mind. Not taking more than you need or can deal with, right? And Pisces, if all you're doing is waiting for the really big moments, you won't value and appreciate the small ones. That came up. And then Hare, trust in your ability to outpace obstacles, whether they're physical or mental. I feel for a lot of you, you're already there. You're very close to that finish line. Well, it's not a finish line, but to achieving a goal. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Wishing you an amazing Firehorse year of 2026, a year of beginnings, action, miraculous discoveries, movement, and so many things to look forward to. Thank you.